Hi everybody. Today I'm going to show you how to do a form of string art that's used in card making and scrapbooking. And you take a scalloped cut piece of cardstock and you're going to take some thread or string of some kind, maybe baker's twine. The thinner the better. Like I know some of the baker's twines are pretty thick, so if you can get a thinner version of that, it's a little bit easier to fit it between the scallops. So you just attach the end of the string to the back side of the scallop, and what you're going to do is wrap it in the valleys of each scallop. Now I'm wrapping mine between 9 scallops. There's 9 scallops in between each time I wrap the thread. And the easiest way to do this without counting each time is just simply to bring your thread up on the back side at the back of your previous wrap, and you come down on the front side of where you wrapped previously. And you just continue to go all the way around the circle, wrapping the twine, coming up at the back of the last stitch, coming down up on the front of the previous stitch at the bottom. And there are just tons of tutorials on the internet. If this isn't explanatory enough, but it really is pretty simple. If you attach a piece of string to the back of a scallop and start wrapping just like I'm doing, you'll get the same results. And here I'm pointing out where it starts to form a geometric design, like a star type shape on the top of the scallop. As you wrap around, you'll see those little points are forming there at the bottom. And as you go around, you'll meet up with the threads that you had started with originally, and you'll start making those little points of the star at the top also. And seeing those little points forming is for me how it's easy to know where to put the thread next without having to count the 9 scallops each time. Because as you lay the thread down, you'll see those little points forming. But it is, like I said, very simple. Now, if you should count less scallops, say you want to do yours with 6 scallops in between instead of 9, you're going to end up with a larger circle. You see how that circle's forming in the middle there? You're going to get a larger circle so that most of your design is going to be nearer the outside edge of the scallop. The more scallops you do, the smaller that the circle will get in the middle there. And I believe that all the ones that I'll be showing you here, I believe I did 9, a 9 count on each one. And I just attached that loose thread at the back with a piece of tape and then cut the thread. And just for a little bit of additional decoration, I'm adding an embellishment in the center. And this is just a little epoxy sticker that I've had a set of these for forever. So I'm just using up some of my stash here and adding the butterfly for a little bit of extra color and pop. But these look great on card fronts and in scrapbooks and smash books and junk journals, anything you want to put them on. You could put them on the cover of a journal. You could put them in Happy Mail. They travel real easily because they're flat. If you don't put a lot of extra embellishment on it, they're very flat. Now this next one I'm doing another scallop circle that I cut the center out of. And I'll tell you the reason I did that in just a moment when I start wrapping this one. I'm attaching the thread again with the Scotch tape. And the first one I did, all you saw were the threads that wrapped over the top side of the card. In this instance, you will see all of the threads on the front and on the back side, which gives it a more intricate design. And I will advise that if you do this technique, to use chipboard or a very sturdy cardstock when you have just the when you have the center cut out like I've done here, because this particular piece of cardstock was not very sturdy, and so it was a little too flexible and it was harder to wrap, and in the end you'll see that it doesn't lay quite flat because it became just a little bit warped from wrapping the thread. It probably wrapped too tight at some point. So if you're going to do it, I would suggest you use chipboard or a good sturdy heavy-duty cardstock. But I do love the way the design looks on these, and I'll show you one in a moment that I did with chipboard where you can see, you know, the design through. But I just think that's gorgeous. And these threads I'm using are metallic threads, and so they give it extra sparkle, and it's really fun and just really, really sparkly and cool. And so I'm adding another one of those butterflies to the center of this one. You see where it's laying? You can see where it sticks up on the tabletop there. Not quite flat. So, but definitely using something sturdy that won't bend a lot will definitely cause you to have a nice flat design when you're done. And on the back here, I'm just attaching a little piece of cellophane, excuse me, to cover those glue dots that I used because I wasn't ready to adhere this one to anything just yet. Then this next one I'm doing is a very tiny scallop circle, and I'm using a black metallic thread, and I'm going to be putting this on a card that I made, and I'll show you how it goes on the card. I'm just going to wrap this one the same way. I believe I counted 9 scallops and went around. And I did speed up a little bit of this video, but it truly is a very quick, it's a very quick and fun embellishment to make. When you don't want to go and spend a lot of money on these, something that looks this cute in a store, just make it yourself because it's so simple. You can use regular sewing thread, just anything that you have around the house you can do this with, and it looks awesome. And you can use pattern cardstock or plain cardstock or chipboard, painted chipboards. Whatever you have on hand you can use. And I'm just attaching a glue dot on the back of this one so that I can add it directly to the card. And before I add it to the card, I'm going to take a little stays on ink, and just go around the edge of the circle. And then I'll attach it to the card. Oh, after I add the rhinestone in the center. That rhinestone set is from Recollections, purchased at Michael's. And there's the card. It's like a little wedding or engagement card, maybe. You could probably use it for any congratulations event. But I think it just made cute little flowers. I just drew in the leaves and used a little bit of Stickles glitter glue inside the leaves. Put the ribbon on, stamped the sentiment, and added a couple of rhinestones in the corner. So here are the ones that I put together for you in this video, and I'm going to bring in just a couple more that I had done previously. This one is done on the the chipboard, and I added rhinestones around the outside edge and used a green metallic thread, and I wrapped a smaller scallop to put in the center of that. And I did that same thing on this brown and yellow one. I wrapped the smaller one and the middle one and made it like a fall embellishment, and just laying this on this cardstock here to show you that it would look really nice as a fall greeting card, or used in a fall layout in a scrapbook. So I had a lot of fun with string today. So thank you all for joining me, and I hope you will like and subscribe and come back for more. Thanks, guys. Bye.